The industry this is a startup industry, and this industry belongs to the cosmetic sectors. And the director is Raviraj Reddy. And location of the industry at VNIT College, Nagpur. The company believes in developing the new products using the nanotechnologies. Next slide, please. Introduction to SIP project. Market research. What is a market research? Market research is nothing but gathering the data, analyzing the data, and interpretation of that data. This is what the market research is. Market research, generally, the data can be collected by two ways. First is primary, and the second one is secondary data information. Next slide, please. My objectives of SIP is to understand the process of market research and its application, to analyze the behavior and character of the market, to understand the business model of a new organization, to understand the supply chain of the business, and to manage and organize the promotion of a product. Next slide, please. Let's come to the research methodology part. Objective of the research. The main objective of the research is to analyze and find the scope of the nail art stickers. Before I start my object, I would like to show the product on which I have done all the research. This is what the product, the nail art stickers. On this product, I have done my research. And my objective is to improve the quality and the quantity of the product, to understand the price range, to understand the problems. Because customer never buy a product, he definitely buy the solution to his problems. So what are the problems customers have? We have to find that. So that's why this is the main objective of our research. Next slide, please. The data collected for research. We have collected the data through primary data and the secondary data. Primary data, we have taken the personal interviews of the school-going girls, college-going girls, women's, housewives, and owners of the beauty parlors. And the secondary data through website of Sally Hansen and Rollier. Next slide, please. We asked this question to the sample. Do you use the nail polish? That most of the women, 90% of the women uses the nail polish. 7% says no, we don't use the nail polish, and 3% says yes, sometimes we use the nail polish. Interpretation is, those who use the nail polish, the probability that 90% of the person who uses the nail polish may use our product. That may be the interpretation. What are the pain points of the nail polish? This is what we are focusing on. We are giving them the solution to their problems. So what are the pain points of nail polish? These are chipping, drying time, double coat, color, and even coat. So this is what our value proposition which we are providing to them. This is what we have focused on, this particular aspect of the research. Next, where we can improve, after showing our product, we got this, where we can improve, designs, thickness, and application. The sample says that you should have a good designs, you should have thickness in the product, and applications. Application issue. People may unable to apply this product properly. So we have mentioned all these things, application issues in our web brochures, and we have designed our brochure accordingly so that they can easily apply the product, having instruction of the user of the product. How much you are willing to pay? This gives us the price range of the product. How much you are willing to pay? Below 40 rupees, it says, near about people says below 40 rupees we will pay for a set. Some says 40 to 50, some says 51 to 60, some says 60 to 70 rupees. So this question help us to find the price which customer is willing to pay. So we have from this we have decided the price range which we can offer. Will you buy the product online? Yes, 90% of the sample says yes, we will buy this product online. 20% says no. Because 80% says yes, because these products have variety of the designs, variety of the qualities, variety of the design samples. So people will buy this product online. Next slide, please. Application of the data collected and the research. Next slide. So this is what the heart of every organization, the business model. The whole of the research is done for the value proposition which we are doing. Sir, we have done research for this value proposition only. What we are providing long lasting. The problems which we have discussed, which sample are facing for the sample are facing from the nail polish, we have removed these problems. So we are giving the value proposition. So I have divided the business model in two parts. One is white part and another is black part. Anybody have answer why I have divided this in two parts? I'll answer you. If you see this part, key partners, cost structure, key activities, and key resources. These are driven by the company. These are under the influence or can be controlled by the company itself. If we talk about this part, value proposition, customer relation, customer segmentation, channels, and revenue stream, these are driven by the market. These are the things which are driven by the market and under the influence of the market. Market can control these things. Let's coming to the customer segmentation. But sir, we have segmented the customer as we know the functions of the marketing is segmenting, targeting, and positioning. So we have segmented the market according to their age group. Explain in the next slide, please. Next slide. So we have segmented the audience in 4 parts: school-going girls, college-going girls, working girls, and housewives. If we talk about the school-going girl, I have mentioned where below the school-going girl, I have mentioned where they can use this product. Whereas if you talk about the school-going girls, they can use the product in birthday party, family functions, gathering, weddings, fancy dress competition, and dramas. So these are the characteristics of the customer. If we talk about the school-going girls, the school-going girls are experimental, fearless, adapters. They have attraction towards the new thing. They can apply it easily. And what types of audience? Influencer, end user. They can influence the others. They are the end users of the product. And how? For sir, must have or nice to have. This column is for how we can approach them. If it is must have, if it is a school girl, then we can approach it. Yes, it is nice for you. You should have this. This is kind. All this we have categorized in 4: school girl, college girl, working girl, and the housewife. Next slide, please. After the survey, and we found that if we talk about the 100 women, 30% of the if you talk about the 100, then 30, 10, 20, 50. These are the percentage-wise usage of the product. Who will use this product? Accordingly, if 100 samples we have, then 30 school-going girls will use this 100 out of 30 out of 100. 10 will use out of 100. This is all out. Next slide, please. Learning during SIP. Practical approach to the market research process and its application. My learning during SIP. Analysis of data collected and how it can be made useful. Sir, always start with while doing work. This is what the big learning I have received from my SIP program. Promotional strategy of new product. Team building and team management. This is what my learning during the SIP. Next slide, please. Suggestions and conclusions. Sir, according to me, the quality of the product should be improved. Designs of the vouchers and packing. So I have suggested the new designs and packaging vouchers, and which adopted by the company. Packaging of a product should be attractive, or it must be include how to apply part, because it is hard to use apply part. Company should focus initially on offline distribution channel, and company may use viral and guerrilla marketing concept for the promotion of the product. Next slide, please. Thank you.
What is the guerrilla marketing?
Sir, have you seen the photos like? I will show you. Sir, एक sun होता है और उसको आप ऐसा करते हो. It shows कि आपके हाथ में sun है. When somebody click from the front side, that will be shows कि आपके हाथ में sun है. It is a guerrilla marketing concept. Sir, foreign में concept बहुत चलता है. इंडिया में शायद अभी आया नहीं है. But उसमें एक मैंने जो डिजाइन बनाया है कंपनी के लिए, उसमें कंपनी का कैरी बैग है. When we used to जब आप कैरी बैग को इस जगह पकड़ते हो, तो कैरी बैग को तो आपको ऐसे पकड़ना है. बट इट व्यू वो एक ऐसा व्यू देता है कि आपका हाथ ऐसा ही है. उसमें एक मेरा स्टिकर्स बने हुए, मतलब वो पकड़ते हो आप ऐसा ही, बट ऐसा लगता है कि आपका हाथ पूरा ऐसा जा रहा है. दिस इज व्हाट द गुरिल्ला मार्केट.
ये कैसा प्रोडक्ट है? ड्यूरेबल, नॉन ड्यूरेबल है, कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल है?
आप पानी में यूज करो, ऐसे खाना बनाते समय यूज करो, किचन में यूज करो, तो चलता है.
कैसा है प्रोडक्ट को कैसा डिफाइन करें कि नॉन ड्यूरेबल, ड्यूरेबल, कंज्यूमर, व्हाट इसको कैसा क्या बोल सकते हैं?
सर, इट इज अ कॉस्मेटिक प्रोडक्ट बेसिकली. मतलब इसमें कोई जैसे नेल पॉलिश होता है, जिसको आप नेल स्टिकर से लगा सकते हैं. चीप कॉस्ट में है और ब्रांड मतलब आप, और हमने सर एक मोबाइल ऐप भी हम बनाने वाले हैं, जिसमें आपको जो डिजाइन का आपको नेल स्टिकर चाहिए, आप हमारे ऐप पे फोटो शेयर करो, हम आपको डिजाइन शेयर कर देंगे. आपका क्या है मार्केटिंग?
पाई चार्ट दिखाएंगे. पाई चार्ट इसकी टोटल 100 तो नहीं आती. हाँ, टोटल देखिए. नहीं, सॉरी मत बोलिए प्लीज, मुझे दुख होता है. नहीं, सॉरी नहीं बोलिए. आपका इंथुजियाज्म बिल्कुल बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है. आपकी इन्वॉल्वमेंट बता दिए, आपका इंथुजियाज्म इस प्रोजेक्ट में आपकी इन्वॉल्वमेंट बता दिए. मैं एक शिक्षक हूँ, टीचर हूँ बेसिकली, तो मुझे मिस्टेक्स धड़ाधड़ दिखने लगती हैं. आप कॉलेज में जाते हो, कॉलेज का स्पेलिंग गलत लिख रहे हैं. ये कोलाज है कि कॉलेज है? तो स्पेलिंग उसकी क्या है? COLLEGE। कॉलेज जाते हो नहीं जाते हो? नहीं, क्योंकि हिस्लप वाले बहुत लड़के कॉलेज तक जाते हैं, अंदर नहीं जाते। इनका बेटा भी उधर ही है, बाहर बैठता, बाहर बैठ के आ जाता, अंदर नहीं जाता। रीजंस नोन टू हिम। तो ये गलतियां न करे बेटा। कल आप मार्केट में जाओगे, यू हैव टू बी परफेक्ट। हाँ, और मेरे जैसा खड़ूस कस्टमर बैठा रहता। और एक दो सवाल जरूर। वैल्यू प्रपोजिशन आपने कहा, थोड़ा दिखाएंगे वो चार्ट? हाँ हाँ हाँ, ये अब ये ब्लू के ऊपर काला वैसे भी मैं पढ़ नहीं सकता हूँ, वैसे मुझे कम दिखता है, पर ये जो वैल्यू जरा पढ़ेंगे वो पॉइंट्स क्या है? हाँ, तो लॉन्ग लास्टिंग तो आप बनाएंगे, तो ये आपके हाथ में है। तो ये बाहर कैसे गया पॉइंट? नहीं, आपने कहा व्हाइट जो है वो इंटरनल है, इंटरनल है, और जो ब्लू बैकग्राउंड के है वो एक्सटर्नल है, एक्सटर्नल, बरोबर है? तो मार्केट उसको लॉन्गर लास्टिंग बना रहा कि आप उसको लॉन्गर लास्टिंग? हाँ हाँ हाँ, क्योंकि यहाँ जो है ना, खास करके नंबर 3 कॉलम में लॉन्ग लास्टिंग है और क्या है? ये सब तो कस्टम ही करेगी ना, कंपनी ही करेगी, तो इसको इंटरनल में क्यों नहीं डाला? उसके लिए एक शब्द है एक्चुअली, आप जो बता रहे हैं, that is actually based on value analysis, and value is the perception of the user. Value is defined by the user, that is why you are putting it there. धन्यवाद।
Ashutosh, a nice presentation. Have you studied the competitors also, and what was your strategy to say overcome with the competitors? Oh, it's a monopoly kind of product? Okay, maybe, but because it's a free market, any competitor can come very easily. Because so, what was your unique proposition, USP, something like that? No competitor can come for your product. So, how do you differentiate yourself with the competitors? How you will in future? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ashutosh. Our next participant is Shweta Zilzilwar from SP Jain College. A very good evening, very good evening to you all, respected judges and my dear friends. My name is Shweta Zilzilwar. I am pursuing MBA from from SP Jain with HR specialization. Today I have a wonderful opportunity to share my experience with you all, and I have successfully completed my summer internship project in PIX Transmission Limited, which is one of the leading company in the Nagpur. I was working with the training and development department, and the duration of my internship was the 3 months. Topic of my presentation is training and development in PIX Transmission Limited, guided by Professor Suman Tekade sir. The agendas are objective of the study, training, why training is important, PIX at glance, responsibilities of training and development, competency gap analysis, assessment of training effectiveness, KRA KPI matrix, post-effectiveness of training, data analysis, interpretation, findings, recommendation, and the conclusion. First of all, I want to tell you that the objective of my study was to understand the basic orientation of the training, then what is the impact of training program on employee job performance, after that to analyze the effectiveness of training which is provided by the PIX Transmission Limited. Next please. First of all, students, we need to know what is the training exactly. Training is nothing but it is the learning process, and it is the task-oriented activity. Training provides the employees to provides the opportunity to develop its skills and abilities which is related to the job performance. And the training is important for the effectiveness of the employees, efficiency of the employees is also increases the job motivation, job satisfaction, and the training is important to adapt the new technology and methods so that employees can do well in their work. Next please. Now let's see the company profile. PIX is one of the leading company in the Nagpur which is manufacturing of V-belts and mechanical products. It has subsidiary office in the Europe and Middle East. It has highly skilled employees of 2,000, is publicly limited company and listed on Bombay Stock Exchange. Next. It has capacity 19 million belts per annum, and it has 70+ global channel partners within 98 countries. Okay. Now responsibility of training and development. First of all, what is the responsibility of trainer? A trainer has responsibility to identify where the training need analysis, then arrangement of training, then conduct the training, then to check whether the training is running smoothly or not, then update the skill in competency matrix, documentation, analysis, and here you can say this image is also saying the plan to act check. Plan to act check is also applied on our human being. Next. The competency gap analysis. This is the bookish, but I want to tell you what I observed there. When employee get the form to fill up the competency mapping form, then they have to rate himself among poor, average, or excellence. If the person has his low communication skill, then suppose he rate himself poor, and most of the employees rate himself that he has a low communication skill, then there is the need of training need analysis. Next. And development, redesigning, and succession planning, performance management is the output of competency mapping. Next. The assessment of training effectiveness. It is really important to check whether the training is effectively work or not, and for this we need to find out. This might be the parameter usefulness, durability, environment, scope of syllabus, and delivery. On this parameter, trainer evaluate whether the training is effectively work or not. Then KRA KPI matrix. KRA, every organization has its own objectives. Like suppose we can take an example. There is an organization who has objectives like continuous improvement. So first of all, he need to focus on the training program for staff and worker, and KRA should be the 100% of every organization. And this is the likewise be a people satisfied company, set a path for continuous growth. Means if we take an example that be a people satisfied company, then first we need to focus on the training satisfaction. If the training satisfaction is there, then only you can achieve the objectives of people satisfied company. Likewise, next. And KPI. KPI is a key performance indicator. We can say if the KPI is like the benchmark. If the benchmark is 70% and if the average is below the rate of 70%, then there is the need of retraining. Then, and it should be above the 70%. Next, post effectiveness of training. Post effectiveness of training is held after 3 months, and which is done by the HOD of the organization. This is data analysis and interpretation. I have made a questionnaire, and on the basis of that, the form gets filled by the technical department of employees, near about 20 employees. Now, my first question was, do you feel training program is compulsory? 80% says yes, 10% say no, and 10% are the neutral. From the following training methods, under which training method you have trained, 25% says yes, on the job, 25% say classroom, and both say 50%. Induction training is given adequate importance in our organization. 90% say yes and 10% say neutral. Then trainers help the trainees to acquire technical knowledge skills through training. 70% say yes and 30% say neutral. Next. From this, I want to tell you that maximum employees gives 3 rating to the duration, and they have to give rating for the training on the parameters of duration, usefulness, delivery, scope of syllabus, and the environment. Next, please. How will you? Next. Findings. These are the findings. On the basis of my data interpretation, I have made these findings, which we have already seen. Next. Then recommendation. Recommendation is that the length of the training should be increased so that the employees get more knowledge and should retain more, should interest in that training. Next. Then conclusion. An effective training program can make the employees of the company work in an effective work, so training program is compulsory for the employees. Then training program increase efficiency of an employee, it reduce cost, resulting in greater assurance of continued profitability. Then induction training is given adequate importance to organization so that the employees may familiar with what is the policies, rules, and what is the formality of that organization.
What was your sample size?
20 employees.
What is the total workforce?
In peaks there are near about 1200 to 1300.
Out of 1300, you chose a sample of 20.
Because it is not possible to take feedback from every employee, and I have taken the permission from my HOD that is it okay if I give the feedback from only these 20 employees, and on the basis of that I will conclude. So I have taken the permission.
No, that does not. The test doesn't stand. Test doesn't stand. I'm talking about Dharampet, and you interview Mr. Bhave. He cannot vouch for Dharampet. Population of Dharampet must be 50,000. It doesn't stand. Second question is, in an organization, whether the training program is useful or not, and whether there is a feedback on it, and how much have the employees improved, and then evaluation, and then you come up again with the next program. There is a Kirkpatrick model. Have you heard of it?
Kirkpatrick model is in the second sem of MBA.
Kirkpatrick model. There is a proper Kirkpatrick model. Have you heard of it? then why did you not think of it here? You are talking about it, no? So you should have thought about this Kirkpatrick model, because the statements you have made here are not learned statements. You see, length of this should be improved. It can be said without survey. No, you did not talk. And what does KRA stand for?
Key resource area.
Key?
Key resource area.
Is it key resource area or key result areas?
Key result area.
My expert is telling me key result area. Now, what is the difference between key resource area and key result area? So you cannot use words so loosely. Key result area or key resource area?
They told me that KRA is stand for key resource area.
Key resource area.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what all resources you are talking about in this?
The resources is like the training they are provided, and on the basis of that we can make the KRA, so that KRA is will be useful for the performance appraisal. And
What is the difference between KRA and KPI?
the KRA is like KRA is different from organization to organization. It should be 100%. That is a plan versus implemented, and KPI is like bench
What is the full form of KPI?
performance indicator.
Yeah. Anyway, my another question is, you have mentioned two words, few places, efficiency and effectiveness. Somewhere you said training improves the efficiency. Somewhere you said training can improve the effectiveness. What is the difference between efficiency and effectiveness?
Effectiveness, that efficiency is to reduce cost. Overall cost is getting reduced, is efficiency, and within a less time you are going to complete the work. That is efficiency. And so effectivity, that how effective you are. Are you able to give your dedication to a words in that efficiency manner? मतलब जो भी आपने ट्रेनिंग में सीखा है, are you going to applicable in that?
Okay.
Shweta, also I am not, your sample size is not good, okay? But you just tell me what was the learning within 3 months in this particular unit?
Sir, I have
10th number slide, 10th number. Yes, so go ahead.
sir, what is the learning?
What was?
I have learned the how to training is conducted, how to find out the training gap analysis, then how to measure the competency mapping, if there is any mismatch between the hard copy and in the soft copy. I maintain the records, I analysis the data there.
What is the scope of syllabus here in the assessment of the training effectiveness?
Scope of syllabus, whether they are वो आपको जितना भी आप वो टॉपिक के हिसाब से आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं या फिर उससे कुछ और
अलग? ठीक. कितना यूनिट है पिक्स का यहाँ पे नागपुर में?
There are 4 plants.
कौन से?
MIDC, main plant is in the MIDC, then TRP और एक HR, मतलब जहाँ पे मैन्युफैक्चर होता है वो फ्रंट में ही है, जो MIDC एरिया J7 में उसके फ्रंट में एक प्लांट है, और एक TRP के खामला साइड में एक प्लांट है.
थैंक यू.
Thank you, Shweta. Now, our next participant is Swapnil Narkhedkar from PDI MTR.
Good evening everyone. I am Swapnil Narkhedkar, and today I am presenting a project on a comparative study of financial development of banks in India with special reference to HDFC Bank, SBI, ICICI Bank and Bank of Baroda. Executive summary background of the project. Under this project I I have to comparative study of HDFC Bank, SBI, ICICI and Bank of Baroda. In this project, I have to calculate growth, PAT growth ratio, net worth ratio, net interest margin, loan to asset ratio and non-performing asset.